Before I get started with today's video, I want to let you know that there will be spoilers for the Andor series episodes 1 through 5. You have been warned. I know I've started a couple videos this way, but after talking with someone in person, I feel I have to reiterate this. There are no lightsabers, no Jedi, no Sith, no active use of the Force, no Darth Vader, no Death Star, and absolutely no Skywalkers in the Star Wars Andor series. That was pretty much confirmed by Tony Gilroy before the show even aired. That doesn't mean Andor isn't Star Wars, though. And again, none of those things are bad, but they definitely have a time and place. That time and place just isn't right now. Nor is it in this Star Wars series. And don't worry, I'm not putting anyone down for wanting those elements that usually accompany a Star Wars story. But look at it this way. In the height of the Jedi Order, there were about 10,000 Jedi. There are trillions of beings in the Star Wars galaxy. The chances of a common sentient being encountering a Jedi are stacked against them. They might not even have heard of a Jedi. And during the reign of the Empire, that was likely a good thing for the Sith-led Empire, as it would save the Empire from spending as much money on the anti-Jedi propaganda. But that's a video for another time. I have a few points to this video, so make sure you stick around for the whole video to see some theories and shocking predictions I have for the show. I think Tony Gilroy's comments about how the Star Wars Andor series is different didn't really change what some Star Wars fans were expecting, myself included to an extent. After all, Ian McDiarmid himself said he wasn't going to be in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. But there he was, reprising his role as Emperor Palpatine in the Kenobi series' last episode. In The Mandalorian, we didn't expect Luke Skywalker to be one to show up, but there he was. So when Tony Gilroy said there will be no cameos, and it's a time before there was hope, fans blew that statement off. Too many times has Star Wars cried wolf, but this time there is a wolf, and people are upset, rightfully. I was talking with someone about, Star Wars, in particular about how much they hate the Andor series. He said it's boring, that nothing is happening. We've had many conversations about Star Wars and never seemed to see eye to eye on anything, really. Then I had a shocking realization. He's simple. Now, hold on. I'm not saying anyone that doesn't like the Star Wars Andor series is simple. By all means, dislike the show if you choose. I'm not here to change your mind or your opinion. This isn't a generalization about fans who don't like it either. Only this one individual. And when I say he's simple, I don't mean handicapped. I mean he likes simple things. I realize that he likes flashy stuff. Simple Star Wars elements that we all liked as a child. Special effects, lightsaber duels, force powers, cameos. The things that got us into Star Wars in the first place. As children, we didn't care about the inner workings of the Imperial government. We didn't care about trade disputes and shipping lanes on Naboo. No, we liked seeing Obi-Wan Kenobi cut Darth Maul into two distinct pieces. We liked seeing Emperor Palpatine use Force lightning to put Luke Skywalker to the ground. Maybe it isn't simple stuff, but it is stuff that catches the eye. Visuals. So this guy is still in a childlike state when he watches Star Wars. Me, I'm a bit different. While I still like the visuals of the older films, I am getting older and see more interest in the actual workings of the political climate surrounding the Imperial era, the High Republic timeline, and the reason there's a struggle during the Old Republic. I also enjoy a good lightsaber duel and TIE fighters being blown out of the sky. By the way, when we cheer the rebels on, we're cheering the deaths of real people. People with hopes, dreams, families, and friends. I just thought that was funny to put out there. Carry on. But I came to the realization that watching the Death Star explode means so much more to the individuals affected in A New Hope than it just being a big metal ball looking cool when it explodes. I like knowing the stories of how average Imperial troops were changed after losing friends, family, and colleagues on that battle station. How the rebels could be seen as terrorists after that moment. And now, with the Star Wars Andor series, I'm enjoying seeing how the rebels were affected by Imperial rule. how common people got up the courage to stand up and fight against a repressive regime. Average people who lived peaceful lives and weren't in tune to the Force. The same galactic citizens who may have never heard of a Jedi. Now, I'm not saying that every piece of Andor is a winner. Sometimes it does seem a bit slow, until I rewatch it. Then I see what's really going on, the deeper meanings, the real personal struggles. I really didn't want to make this video all about that stuff, though, so I'll move on to the next topic. In Episode 5 of the Star Wars Andor series, we see the 6 rebels begin training to infiltrate the Imperial base to steal their payroll, something that will help fund the bigger rebellion overall. But these rebels are not trained soldiers. They don't have a real working plan, and it takes Cassian Andor calling them out for it to make us realize these people are going to die. Yes, I'd say most of them won't make it through the entire mission. Maybe we could see that all along, but I don't know, maybe I'm slow. Yeah, so sorry, they're going to die. That's the way it is. But Cassian Andor and Lieutenant Gorn will have to haul the injured survivors out of the battle. At least Cassian will. I'm really not sure about Lieutenant Gorn. I'm sure the ISB is being set up to figure out that Lieutenant Gorn helped in the raid. He will either escape with Andor, or he will be a target of interest to the ISB. My next point, Mon Mothma's husband is an Imperial informant. Look back at Star Wars Rebels. This is around the time that Mon Mothma becomes a fugitive hiding from Imperial justice. It's likely that she is already in the Empire's radar. Her husband isn't just conveniently a stupid man working against her. He knows the name of the Imperial planted driver for the family. Then later he pretends to forget his name. He set up a dinner party with members of the Senate loyal to the Emperor. A convenient mishap? I think not. He's reporting to the Empire. Mon Mothma's daughter is just an entitled brat, and dear old dad is catering to her. He isn't to be trusted at all. Syril Karn is an interesting character in all episodes of the Star Wars Andor series. After his failure on Ferrix, he was fired. Moving back home with his mother, he realizes his mother thinks of him as a child. It's evident by the sugary cereal she keeps trying to feed him. But he has a resolve, one that includes bringing Cassian Andor to justice, thus bringing him back into good graces with the Empire and either getting his old job back or becoming an official member of the ISB. At least that's his plan. Dedra Meero, however you say it, the female ISB officer, is already tying the Star Wars Andor series to other events in the galaxy, particularly the Thrawn novels. She's happening upon manifests that show misallocation of Imperial funds and technology. Remember, that's part of her jurisdiction, and it's just that. And she may find that certain Death Star parts are being sold to pirates by Imperial officers. High-up officers in a certain Imperial sector that Grand Admiral Thrawn and Eli Vanto had investigated in the Thrawn novels. I don't think we'll see Thrawn in the Andor series, but it's a nice Easter egg. But with all that said, be patient with the show. We're about to have a heist where we will see why Obi-Wan Kenobi told Luke Skywalker only Imperial stormtroopers are this precise. Characters that we're getting to know on a personal level are not going to be missed by Imperial blasters this time. I mean, Lieutenant Gorn even pointed out that there was target practice going on. That wasn't put in there for fun. And there's something big going down on Ferrix. If not, why would they show the Imperial presence growing there? You'd think that once Cassian Andor left the planet, that story would be over. It's taken 5 episodes of build-up to get to the juicy stuff that we all want to see. Yes, I enjoy the deep dive into the characters, but I have a feeling our patience is going to pay off. This is Gerald from Star Wars Fanatic signing off, wishing you all great health, happiness, and peace. Thank you all for watching, and remember, this is the way, the only way.